Madam Premier, honorable colleagues, members of the public, good evening. I am pleased to be able to speak briefly to you this evening about the upcoming plans for my Ministry of Environment, Planning and Infrastructure Strategy. Compared to other ministries, we are the smallest by budget size and staff size, but our scope is broader than most. In fact, the mantra of doing more with less can be readily applied to our ministry. Included in our ministry are a number of regulatory and protection functions, in addition to responsibility for planning and managing the maintenance and development of our national infrastructure. Perhaps our role is best described by our mission statement, which is to lead Bermuda towards sustainability and by protecting our natural and built environment. We achieved this mission through the efforts of the Department of Environmental Protection, Department of Planning, the Department of Sustainable Development, the Department of Telecommunications, the Department of Energy, the Department of Land Valuation, the Department of Land Surveys and Registration, and the Office of the Rent Commissioner. The work of these departments are coordinated through our ministry headquarters. Our budget for the current year is $14,250,000, or roughly around that figure. Given the economic climate in which most of us find ourselves in today, this budget provides for only the bare necessities for our operations. It allows us to continue to assess planning applications, to monitor the quality of our air and waters, to regulate our existing telecommunications industry, and to prepare for our new regulatory regime. It also enables us to encourage a decreased reliance on fossil fuels while enabling an increased use of renewable technologies. It allows us to value our lands and thereby enable the collection of land tax to support the provision of government services. It allows us to establish land title registration to guarantee an easy and accurate means of ensuring title to land and provide support to landlords and tenants for properties governed by rent control. For the next budget year, we will continue to provide quality services under these core functions. In particular, we look forward to implementing the recently passed telecommunications regulatory regime. This will allow providers to be freed from restrictions that prohibit them from offering consumers a wider range of services, and will also allow consumers, the public, to take advantage of better services at better prices. Another major initiative for us will be the continuation of the work to protect the Sargasso Sea. This large body of water, not bounded by any landmass, and in the middle of which sits Bermuda, has been described as the golden floating rainforest of the Atlantic Ocean. Government is a lead member of the Sargasso Sea Alliance and will soon consider the scientific case in support of implementing protections for this critically important body of water. Another area in which we will look to move towards implementation is the development of a shoreside facility to facilitate the development of offshore fishing. In fact, such is the potential of offshore fishing that I have you note that today, a master fisherman from the West End, Robinson's Marina, in fact, landed a 930-pound bluefin tuna. 930 pounds. Now, to put that into an economic perspective, if we are able to store, freeze, and process that fish and get it to the Japanese market in particular, that one fish would have brought $60,000 to $75,000 for that fisherman. Just one fish. So it's worth looking into moving towards implementation. Along with the Sargasso Sea Initiative, it's going to require our ministry to exercise a degree of judgment to ensure that there's an adequate balance between what is competing interests. Many countries are now seeing the value of the development of a national infrastructure strategy. Our Premier has had the foresight to see that such a strategy would be essential to Bermuda's continued development. particularly given the need for us to prioritize and allocate scarce funds for projects. This is a new area for us, and we are seeking support from those who understand best practices in the field. We are currently evaluating responses to our request for proposals to assist us in the development of this strategy. We anticipate that the strategy will consider not only new infrastructure, but the maintenance of existing infrastructure. It will consider funding methods in an effort to ensure that the work that needs to be done is done, but completed within our means. We are also in discussions with our neighbors in the Caribbean to see if there are opportunities for us to work together and to learn from each other as it relates to infrastructure strategy development. While one project on one small island might not attract a wide range of investors, many projects across many islands might generate sufficiently more interest. The more interest generated, the better the opportunities for each one of us. Our recently debated energy white paper sets aggressive goals for us to decrease our reliance on fossil fuels. The majority of our fossil fuels are used to generate electricity and are also used for transportation. We will continue discussions with our local utility to find ways to reduce the use and also consider options for public transportation. You will note that I just returned from the Platts Energy Conference in the Bahamas last week, and in addition to identifying the potential within renewable energies, I can also say that over the short to midterm, liquefied natural gas seems to be the best alternative solution as a replacement to oil-based energy sources. And so as a government, we are looking to continue to facilitate the development of the natural gas industry in Bermuda. But there is much in terms of energy that each of us can do to assist. The Department of Energy will lead our efforts to educate the public on steps that they can take, or you can take, to reduce your energy usage, while increasing the use of resources that are readily available to us, such as the sun and the wind, and other energy-saving technologies. Thank you.